We are now in one of the oldest hotels in all of Singapore. In fact, it is the second oldest hotel in Singapore and it has over 233 rooms here. And it's actually located in downtown Orchard, so the location is actually very convenient. Hi everyone and welcome back to another video with Wonderful Boys. And today we're at the Goodwood Park Hotel Singapore. So before we go into the room, we booked this Poolside Suite room. Let me show you the pool deck area because our room actually has an entrance that comes from this area, which is actually pretty nice. So behind me, as you can see, is the pool, and the pool is actually relatively large, although only a small portion is shallow waters. In fact, more than half of it is more than 1.6 meters. In fact, right where I am, it's about 2.6 meters, so it's not really ideal for families. Fortunately, there's another pool behind, and that one is a bit smaller, but it's not deep, it's more shallow, so I guess it's great for families. So yeah, this is pretty much the pool area, and as we can see on this side, on your left hand side are all the seating areas, and this is where you can actually enjoy a drink by the pool if it's not raining like now. So yeah, and behind it it's also all the rooms, and these are all the poolside rooms and the suites, and one of it is ours right there. So yeah, I'm going to head over this way. There's actually a pretty nice entrance here, like a garden, and where we can just enjoy. On my right hand side here, and right behind me is actually the lobby area, and this is also where the high tea buffet and the dinner buffet is at. So lots of great food here and promotions. So I'm going down to the room, and which is actually right over there. This is one of the two entrances of the room, and yeah. So I think right over here. Let me just go in. Okay, so this is, like I said, one of the entrance to the suite, and these suites are lined up all across the pool deck. So when you first come in this particular entrance, this entire area is the living space, and it's actually a very good size. And over here we have, I wouldn't call this a sofa. Well, there's a sofa, but there's nothing to lean back on. And there's this nice, a small coffee table here. It's marble top. And the whole room basically has a rather homely kind of a feel, a bit cozy, like a wooden theme. And on the table here, they actually gave us this like a welcome fruit platter. It does look a little like it's been out here for quite a while. Some cutleries here. And yeah, you could have some light dining over here. And there's also a pretty nice sofa. I had a good try to lounge here. Actually very, very comfortable. And you can actually overlook this pool deck from where I'm sitting. So it actually is a pretty nice space right here. And beside me is this work desk. Again, it comes with a comfortable looking chair. And on the table, we have a complimentary bottled water, hand sanitizer. They even gave this cute little gingerbread man, although it's past the new year already. Probably leftovers. A welcome note, we're telling you some information about the stay right over here, as well as more about the facilities, writing materials, and an in-room phone for your usage. Of course, there's some PowerPoints here as well. And if you're sitting around this area at the sofa or at the single-seater chairs, you can actually have this very, very large television right here to entertain you. So it's actually a very nice space to entertain your guests. They allow up to 5 people in the room in terms of the guests, 3 people to overnight in this particular room category. Alright, so one thing more that I want to add on is there is a nice fan on top, and if the air conditioning is not cool enough, you can actually use this fan right here. So I'm going to head back, and this is where the bedroom is. Come, let's go. So the bedroom space is actually kind of connected to the living space by this false wall right here. And we can have a king size bed. There's only one bed configuration for this room category. It looks pretty comfortable. I had a chance to just sit down on it. It feels quite good. And there is a couple of bedside tables here. You can see that on either side there are light switches as well as a power point. So one thing to note is that these light switches, it's kind of like the old school kind of switch. It's not really like those smart switches where you can control by a touch of a button. These are the manual switches. And also we see here like a flashlight. I'm not sure how you turn it on. But yeah, it's a reading light, which is pretty nice. And also there's a fan, just in case you don't want air conditioning or if you think the air conditioning is not cold enough, you want a fan, then okay, you can go for that. Also this luggage space, luggage rack, you can put your luggage here. It's very big space over here. And we can also move on, and this is the mini bar area. They have it inside this bedroom space. We have an espresso machine right here, a kettle, and if you open this drawer, we have all the complimentary tea bags by TWG. You got the Earl Grey, you have your Sencha, and should be breakfast tea. There are 6 capsules, 2 decaffeinated, 4 stronger coffee blends that you can opt for. Some cups and glasses, as well as cutleries here for your usage. Pretty nice. Bottle opener and the stirrer as well. And below is where you can find a fridge, which is actually empty, so I'm not going to open it right here. And of course, beside you have your wardrobe space, and this is where you get all the bedroom amenities, and you can actually have like the clothes hanger, you can have the bathrobes inside, you got a built-in safe right here, an ironing board. The iron is actually inside. There's a torchlight here if there's an emergency. And also at the bottom, your bedroom slippers as well as your laundry bag. So everything is all inside here. It's a pretty nice space, I would say. Very homely, very cozy. It's recently renovated, so it actually looks pretty nice. But not all the rooms are like this, of course. And here, the television, very large television, not great for your eyes. So this is this corridor. This corridor actually leads from one of the first entrance. It connects to the bedroom and as well as the living space. You can have a look over here. Again, nice, like a feature wall here. And this is the connecting room door. If you book adjacent room, you want to have an extended family gathering, you can actually book a connecting room here. And we can go back down this way. This is the other entrance. I'll just briefly show you. You can actually access the lobby from this way if you don't want to enter from the front if it's raining. And very old school lock. Yeah, rarely see this. And of course, you got your light switches. Again, it's very, old school switches. Do not disturb sign as well, right? So lastly, I'm going to show you the bathroom, which is right here. I quite like the bathroom. It's actually a marble bathroom. It's, again, like I said, recently renovated. And it is, however, rather small. There is no bathtub here. What you see in this particular frame is all that there is available. There's only a single vanity area, and all the bathroom amenities, I would say, are all here. You have the toothbrush, you got the this is a dental kit, this is the vanity kit, shower cap, as well as some hand lotion and hand soap right over here. We've got some towels, and this is the WC area. And then over here on my right, or on your left, is actually the showers area. You have the handheld shower as well as the rain shower. It's really not a huge bathroom. However, it is functional. There's also a phone here if you need. And also interestingly, there is like a seating here. If you're tired halfway through your shower, you want to have a rest, you could do so as well. Right, so that's pretty much it for the poolside suite. It's actually relatively good size. It's I would say a very open concept. However, there are some like falls or walls around, which actually makes it a bit of a privacy here and there. And the whole theme is actually very cozy. There's touches of like a colonial style, heritage style to it still available. As you can see, like the doors and the frame here, actually a bit difficult to open. But yeah, this is basically the poolside suite, recently renovated, very ideal for a nice family or friends gathering, a small gathering of course. And next up, we're probably going to show you the breakfast, show you the pool already. Perhaps if you go to the gym, I will just add in some clips later on, and of course summarize the entire stay. So see you then. Alright, good morning. So we're now at the breakfast service here at the Goodwood Park Hotel. And basically you can have your breakfast in the restaurant over here, like what we're having now, or you can have it in the room, which is you need to place your order a day before, or you can even call on the day itself. However, if you actually have your breakfast in the room, then it would be a one-time serving of a particular set menu, But if you opt to have the breakfast in the restaurant, then it's a free flow kind of buffet. Basically, you can line up and collect the food. As you can see, there's a lot of people here. It's pretty crowded, so it's better to come a bit earlier. So let's go through the items one by one, and you can basically start off with juices. You can opt for orange or cranberry juice. They are both from the carton, and also coffee and tea. Coffee you can choose from the machine, cappuccino, latte. Black coffee is also available. And then also we can talk about the food items. Basically, like I said, you need to queue up and you basically say what you want to order. So we have the noodle station in first. You can see over here, this is the fishball noodles. You can opt for this kind of a white noodle or a yellow noodle right over here. And you can choose what kind of condiments that you want on top. Likewise for the porridge over here. Today is a plain porridge, and again you can opt for what kind of condiments that you like. So there's one thing good about a self-service kind of, it's not really self-service, it's basically a buffet, but you basically choose what you want and they'll pick it for you. And then of course there's a mee siam. It looks pretty good. You can opt for it to be a wet one like this with a gravy, or you can have a dry one. And of course there is the American breakfast, and we have only two kinds of eggs. One is over here the omelette, vegetarian omelette, and the other one here is the sunny side up. And you can choose what kind of sides that you want. As you can see, we got wedges, we got tomatoes, baked beans. There's also bacon and sausage if you would like that. And to cap it all up, we can have some pastries, a mixture of Danish and I think an English muffin here, which looks pretty okay. We'll have a try a bit later. So yeah, it's a bit different now that breakfast serving is like a buffet style, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how the food is, and we'll probably summarize our entire stay later on. So see you later. Alright, so just about to check out from our stay here at the Goodwood Park Hotel Singapore, and it's a good time for us to do a quick summary about our entire stay. So this hotel is actually, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the oldest hotels in Singapore. So a lot of the facade and even the interiors are a little bit dated. However, fortunately for the room that we booked, it's actually just recently refurbished. But before that, let's talk a little bit about the check-in experience. So as you know that this is a very popular hotel, and so it's always very crowded, and they actually give us like a standard, not really standard check-in time, but personalized check-in time. In fact, they asked us to come like after 4 p.m, which is actually pretty late. But we chose to come a bit earlier, and apparently they didn't assign rooms to anyone. Like we overheard some conversations going on, and basically rooms are not assigned yet. So which means that regardless of what time you come, there's no like a fixed room that you get. They ask you whether you want a king or twin bed. They ask you what kind of floor you want and that kind of thing. So it's better that you come a bit earlier to avoid the crowd at about 3 p.m. onwards. Yeah, the room that we booked in is actually the Poolside Suite. It's, as I mentioned, just recently refurbished, so it looks actually quite refreshing, and there is actually a separate living space as well as the bedroom, which is separated by a false wall, so actually there's some bit of privacy, and the size is actually quite good. It's good enough to host a few guests here. And one thing great is, as you can see behind me, this is the pool deck area itself, and you can actually just walk out and go to the pool just like that, or just watch people enjoying the pool with their families. So yeah, actually pretty nice, the view. And this is actually the only a few poolside suite available. So if you want to book it, you have to book it quite early, or else then this will be taken up. And the bathroom itself, however, I must note, is a little bit small. I think that because the layout of this original room is such that the bathroom is really small, so there isn't any bathtub inside. So it's a bit odd. You got a lot of space outside, but the bathroom itself, not much space. And moving on to the facilities, as I mentioned about the pool, behind us is actually the main pool. There is one more pool, which is the smaller pool. I would say more of a cozy family kind of a pool where it's not so deep. Over here behind me, the pool is about 2.6 meters. That's actually very deep, the deepest point. But the family pool is actually looks like reasonable waist, or maybe slightly above the waist level, so it's not too bad. And it seems a bit more cozy there as well. This particular hotel also has a fitness center, which is also a little bit dated, but it looks like it has equipment that you would need for a regular workout. So I think it's quite okay. It's 24 hours, so you can actually drop by anytime, but you need to make a booking, although they don't really enforce it, like when you can just go in with your room card. So yeah. And yeah, so that was the facility aspect. We're moving on to the breakfast that we had earlier today, and the breakfast was, I would say, interesting. It was more like it's a buffet style where you actually go to the counter and basically say what you want. Although you can't plate the food yourself, you can just tell them what exactly that you want. So that is interesting because we're not very used to this kind of format now. However, as with most buffet, the quality isn't very good, and although it's sufficient to start your day, it's not like the best kind of breakfast that you will have. If you're wondering if your room doesn't come with the breakfast, it costs $25 plus tax. So it's not too bad if you want to opt in for a buffet breakfast. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the breakfast, for the room and accommodation. It's not overall not a bad stay. I would say it's quite refreshing, although there a lot of the common areas needs to be repainted and refurbished. Yeah. So if you do enjoy this video, do remember to give us a like and support us by subscribing to our channel. We have more videos over there, so you can actually just check it out. If not, we will see you in the next video. So bye.